Have you ever wanted to find out how much are Malaysians actually earning? In this video, we will look at some statistics to find out what are Malaysia's median salaries. Not just that, we will also look at the average salaries of Malaysians from different aspects such as age, gender, ethnic group, education, locations, and industries. Then, we will see what are the different housing types that Malaysians stay in. Also, do join my Telegram group to discuss about stocks and personal finance if you have not done so. With that being said, let's jump right in. First up, in March 2023, the median monthly salary of Malaysians is reported to be 2,600 ringgit, with more than half of Malaysians earning less than 4,000 ringgit a month, and a small minority taking home a 5-digit monthly income. Next, the median household income in Malaysia is 6,338 ringgit, which has been growing at 2.57% per year since 1995. As of 2022, the Gini coefficient stands at 0.404 as compared to 0.513 in 1970. This is good because it means that the income gap between the rich and poor in Malaysia has become smaller over the year. As expected, the average salary starts out the lowest when you are at 15 to 19 years old. Then, the older you get, the higher your income gets until it reaches the highest average salary between 45 and 49 years old at $4,130. This is because you are likely to be at the peak of your career at around this age. After that, the salary starts dropping until it reaches an average salary of 2,940 ringgit at 60 to 64 years old. In terms of gender, it was reported that the median monthly salary for males is 2,664 ringgit, which is 3% more than females who only had 2,545 ringgit. In fact, this is a trend where women tend to only earn 77 cents for every dollar earned by men. There are several reasons for the gender pay gap in Malaysia. One of the main reasons is occupational segregation, where women tend to be involved in more feminine occupations, such as nursing or admin clerks that pay lower than men on average. In addition, women were shouldering double burden where they spent about 64% more time than men on unpaid care duties. For example, staying at home to take care of their families. But luckily for them, the Malaysian government has implemented various initiatives to empower women at work and reduce the gender pay gap, such as making it mandatory for at least 30% of women in the private sector to be in roles that require decision-making since 2017. Besides that, the Malaysian government has launched the I Sayang initiative, which allows husbands to transfer 2% of their EPF savings to their wives every month. The government will also be setting aside 5 million ringgit, which will be used for data collection, research, and promotion of future women empowerment programs. Quick pause. Did you know that besides Weeboo's fantastic sign-up rewards, they also have some pretty useful tools to help you easily analyze stock prices? So, on the stock page, if you tap on the 4 squares button under the stock chart and select Indicator Signals, you will get a list of indicators which were detected in different time frames. For example, if I choose the short-term time frame, the latest signal shows a slow stochastic pattern, which is a short-term bearish signal. But if I choose the long-term time frame, the latest signal is a price crosses 200-day moving average, which is a long-term bullish signal. This is also available in the Analysis tab, which can be seen when you scroll all the way down till you reach the Technical Analysis section. And here, you will again see some useful signals which may help you analyze stock movements. What's nice is that Weeboo also shows you the support and resistance for each time frame, making it easier for you to analyze stock movements. Also, if you sign up using my link down below, fund any amount while also subscribing at least $500 into Moneyboo and keep the money there for 30 days, you will win 25 free shares worth anywhere between $3 to $500 each. Besides that, there's also a Moneyboo promotion where you can earn up to $3,000 by funding more and fulfilling the requirements. Weeboo also launched a new transfer promo, from which you could possibly get up to $2,000 worth of free shares or more by fulfilling the requirements. So if you are interested in trying out Weeboo, do sign up to them using my link down below. With that being said, let's get back to the video. Next, how does salaries differ among ethnic groups in Malaysia? It was found that Chinese household has the highest median salary of 8,167 ringgit, followed by Indians with 6,627 ringgit, and lastly, for Bumiputras with a median salary of 5,793 ringgit. An article by Yusof Ishak Institute explains what's going on. Based on the data from Household Income and Basic Amenities Survey 2019, part of this is because there's a larger share of Bumiputra households living in rural areas which tend to have a lower pay. Or to be more specific, 27.4% of Bumiputra households live in rural areas as compared to only 6.4% Chinese and 5.5% Indians. Students in low-income families tend to be in lower-performing schools. These schools can be usually found in rural areas such as feudal settlements, where the English proficiency is extremely low. This puts them at a disadvantage as most higher-paying jobs require conversing in English. Also, according to a study done in 2016, there's also a discrimination in graduate hiring between races. This study found that Chinese are 3 times more likely to get callbacks compared to their Malay friends and 4 times more than their Indian counterparts. This is despite both Malays and Chinese having the same competency of Mandarin. Though, it's worth noting that another study found that between 2002 to 2014, although the middle 40% and bottom 50% benefited significantly from economic growth, the top 1% and top 10% of Bumiputras benefited the most, whereas the income of Chinese in the top income groups deteriorated. Next, in terms of education, generally, better education means higher salary. According to an article by Time Doctor, bachelor degree holders earn 24% more than diploma holders, and those with master degrees earn 29% more than bachelor degree holders. Then, those with PhD earn 23% more than those with masters. According to the Graduate Statistics 2022, the median pay of graduates is 4,128 ringgit. Then, if you look at the graduates in terms of skill levels, a skilled worker would have a median pay of 5,193 ringgit, which is more than double of a semi-skilled worker who only has a median pay of 2,159 ringgit. Finally, a low-skilled worker would only have a median pay of 1,817 ringgit. In terms of location, the average salary in Malaysia varies from city to city. According to the Department of Statistics of Malaysia, the average salaries and cost of living are lower in rural areas than in urban areas. Based on data, the top 3 best paid cities in Malaysia are Putrajaya, KL, followed by Selangor and Johor. On the other hand, the worst paid cities in Malaysia are Perlis, Kedah and Kelantan. The data also found that the income gap for those living within the town area is higher than those staying outside the town area. If we zoom into the Gini coefficient by the different states, the income gap is the highest in Sabah, followed by Kelantan, then Sarawak. Coincidentally, the poverty rate is also the highest for these 3 states. For Sabah, the poverty rate is 19.7%, followed by Kelantan of 13.2% and Sarawak of 10.8%. This means that for these 3 states, the rich are really rich and the poor are really poor. And this is mainly due to the inequality and unbalanced development of wealth, income, education, and infrastructure across Malaysia. So, which is the best paying industry in Malaysia? Is it the IT sector that has been gaining popularity everywhere, including Singapore? Not really. According to SalaryExplorer.com, the highest paying sector is health and medical, which has an average salary of 9,830 ringgit, followed by legal, 7,950 ringgit, real estate, then banking and financial services, then only IT industry. Also, those who work in the public sector would typically earn more than those in the private sector. With housing in Malaysia being so affordable as compared to Singapore, you may wonder what are the types of housing that Malaysians stay in. While I do not have any official data on this, I happened to come across a research paper back in 2016 which mentioned that regardless of income, most Malaysians tend to stay in landed housing, while a minority stay in high-rise housing. Though, what's interesting is that the richer you get, the more likely you are to stay in a detached landed housing. So, that was a quick video which looks at how different aspects will affect your pay in Malaysia. Anyway, hope you found this useful. Like, share and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.